I heard Sam was going solo. Damn, you didn't know so. Well, I can blast fast or freak the ill type of slow flow. I'm hitting harder than Barry Bonds, so check the golden child. Doing it to your ear hole. Got you going buck wild with truck tracks. Rhymes on deck, breaking off niggas. Profit did dirt, did west, cause I clown poppers. You hip hop, rap composer, Mozart couldn't see me. Man, advanced in my skills, I'm all about the dollar bill. From Pittsburgh to Cali, dropping balls like that. Was on the
Yo, what's up? Enough of that. Yo, what's up? It's your brother. And hopefully your friend, Big Hill. Rockway's in the building. Each one teach one. Yo, I got a video I want to make right quick. Before I go in here, man, they told me to wait about 15 minutes, so I'm going to try to make this video. A short video right quick. I've been trying to make this video since Sunday. But Sunday I was tired after I came from Planet Fitness, and yesterday there's a lot of bullshit going on, you know, with my place of employment. So I figured I'd take it now. And what the video was about is social media. And is it real? Because one of my Facebook friends, my nephew, made a post the other day. And in his post, you know, he was talking about, he was giving praises to his wife and how beautiful, you know, and how she helps him because they just had a kid, right? And how he was tired and how, man, that, you know, his wife was so important, which is good. And then he made a comment, you know, about everything on here ain't real anyway, meaning social media. And him, not just him, I've had like a couple of other people who have made similar statements about social media, like it's not real. And I just beg to differ with that sentiment because, and I understand, man, that it's a lot of fuckery on Facebook. I understand. As a matter of fact, I even seen a post today that a popular YouTuber and social media presence made, saying that it's not real. And I disagree with that because it's real people talking about real things, and there's real energy going back and forth through the words. Now I understand there's a lot of fuckery going on, there's a lot of fake news, there's a lot of misinformation going forth on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and all these other social media platforms. I understand that. But to say it's not real, I don't get that. You know, when we see people fighting, that's real. When we see police shooting people down, and we see police abusing people, that's real. What it has allowed me to see that I've never seen before at the rate that I see it now is the dysfunction of black people. That's real. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I go on social media, I have to have a certain mind state about what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? And for me to sit back and go on and then come on and say, well, it's all fake, it's all phony, is to dismiss the reality of what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? If like me, I post stuff from all around. Like I'll post people in Southeast Asia that got to get out and catch their food and let you see them while they catching and eating. Motherfucker catching snakes, eating snakes, catching fish, eating fish. That's real. Now I don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, I asked my kinfolk, you know, was that sentiment that you expressed about your family, was that real? You know? And he just he threw up, you know, like, you right, I'm wrong. I don't want to debate. And I had to let him know, nah, it ain't about, man, you know, it's just a difference of opinion. It's not about being right or wrong. I'm trying to get it. Like when you say it's not real, would you just talking about the specific stuff on here that's fuckery, that's not real? Or do you mean the whole thing as a whole is not real? Because like I say, I'm a real person doing real things. Like the videos I make a specific, when I first got on Facebook, back in 2009, my brother came to me and told me about Facebook. And I said, man, I don't need that shit, man, because I'm an old school G, you know what I'm saying? I just need a phone to talk on. Check my traps and get my home. No, I'm just joking. But I just need a phone for conversation and business, right? And he said, nah, Chris, because you're an expressive person, man, and you like teaching. You always been that way, and you can use this as a way to get your ideas out and the things you want to say. You like helping people. And my eyes lit up. I'm like, yeah. And then he went on to, you know, tell me about YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And me being an information seeker and stuff, I've gotten so much as a, man, the information I've gotten off YouTube and the internet, man, has greatly increased my knowledge. No, I'm not a YouTube scholar because, you know, I post books. I'm a book reader. But some of the things I see on YouTube leads me to books, or some of the things I see on YouTube give me a better understanding about some of the books I've read because I listen to a lot of scholars giving lectures and stuff. Damn, they ready. Lord, hey, you said 15 minutes. Don't make me cut my damn video off. Hold tight, y'all. Hold on, wait a minute. Now, okay. All right, we back. I don't know, I had to stop the video, man, because they told me 15 minutes. The dude came out after 5, so I had to hit this door. Now, I don't know what part, what I was talking about was, I think where I stopped was I was talking about YouTube and how the knowledge that I got off of YouTube and what social media has done. And the point I was trying to make in all this is, man, about is social media being real. You know what I'm saying? It's because several people have said it's not real, and I disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I guess it's all the eye that you look at it with and the way you see things. You know, if you one of the types that's just, your algorithm is just entertainment and this, that, and the other, then I guess, you know, as far as the people, like, you know, you got some people catfishing and you got some people, you know, I don't know, I don't get the not real part, because all the people, like, if you getting catfish, that's a real motherfucking catfish. That's really somebody putting up a fake goddamn profile that's really going on. So when you say it's not real, somebody need to explain that to me when they say it's not real, because I don't get it. When it's real people, especially when you like me, like most of my Facebook friends are conscious folk, everyday people, living their lives. You know, I don't deal with a whole lot of fakeness. You know, I think I might have a few fake friends on there that like to perpetrate frauds about who they are and how they living and shit, but I ain't with that. So when on my interactions with my Facebook friend, it's some real shit going on. You know, even the ones, man, that want to keep their distance and want to make sure that they keep that shit in the realm of social media like we all should do, they keep a distance as far as the interaction with you. Me, I'm like an open book. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to hide about my life. I'm one thing about me, I'm authentic and I'm as real as they come. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nobody I'm trying to impress. Ain't got no wars to fight, no people to please. All the fronting and faking and shit that I've done in my life, I'm through with it. I ain't got too old for this. I've come too far in my life to be that dude. All them ego needs that I used to have, they all gone. So I don't have a problem with being okay with who I am. You know, I'm a self-assured 53-year-old dude who done dealt with a whole lot of his issues. So I don't have a problem with flipping on my camera and showing you how I live. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't give a shit how you feel about it. I'll put myself out there on social media, because whatever pushback I get in the realm of negativity, I know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Which takes me into something else I want to talk about. Is like, recently, I've had a couple of situations, man, where after they was over with, I had to be real grateful about the growth that I've experienced and the work that I've done on myself that has brought me to a place and an understanding about people and how to deal with people and their psychological projections and their negativity that they try to impose and project my way. You know what I'm saying? I always say that the spiritually mature among us Because I learned that, and I heard another brother say it, and I studied that. I've studied the philosophy. I've critically thought about it, and I've adopted because I believe the shit. You know what I'm saying? The shit went in my mind and went through the damn ringer. It came out on the other side, broken all apart. I looked at it, put it back together, and I've accepted that as a truth. And I often repeat it because I live it now. And what it is that the spiritually mature among us have to be able to look past our brothers and sisters' faults and see their needs. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is understanding, man, that when people show up in that low self, that negative vibration, that negative energy and frequency, that just you know what I'm saying? If you a person like me who strives to stay in higher self, revolve in high frequency godhood, then that lower vibration stuff shouldn't affect you. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that the way you show up ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, like example, the most recent example was this last past, I think it was Saturday morning. I'm going to my meeting, and I stopped to get a cup of coffee and my customary donut to go with it. And the brother gave me a real funny look. You know, so when I get that kind of energy from another man, you know what I'm saying, I gave him a look. You know, just look at him like, yo, you looking at me, I'm saying, you looking at a real one. So he said, what's up? And I'm like, yo, what's up? Because that's the internal conflict that I have to deal with. You know, the internal conflict of knowing, man, that I'm a God walking around here. I can express the divine essence of who I am at all times. But I'm also that nigga from the street who was quick to get in your motherfucking ass if I didn't like the way you approached me or something you done. That's an internal conflict that I have to deal with. So when the brother came at me, you know what I'm saying, in an instant, I was able to transmute that energy he sent my way and transmute it and turn it positive and shit. Then I just kind of looked at him, I was like, and I just kind of gave a giggle and walked off. And when I walked off and giggled, he kind of mumbled something. I really didn't hear what he said, but it was at that point that I could have continued the confrontation. And I'm always ready. You know what I'm saying? If somebody come for me, I'm always ready. I think it was Sugar Free said, you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. I've internalized that too. So with the shit, if it's going down, nigga, let's get it over with. That's who I am. So when dude mumbled something, I paused. I said, you know what? And I went out, I got back in my vehicle, paid for my stuff, got in my car, and I rode off. And I got kind of grateful. You know what I'm saying? I got kind of grateful that I've grown to the point that I can look past your fault. Your fault is, bro, you got some issues and shit, you know what I'm saying? And you projecting them issues outward on me. You probably got a little self-hatred, insecurity, and egoism going on. Because I used to be that dude, I know. And you projected it outward on me. But it's just that I'm wise, mature enough, and have enough understanding to understand that that's what it is and look past that. And give you a pass on it, bro, as long as you just don't play me too close with it. So I just have to walk away, you know what I'm saying? And I understand, man, that me walking away don't compromise my manhood any, right? And then before that, earlier in the week, a couple of weeks ago, something was online. Some of this stuff you say ain't real. Well, these was real insults that sister was hurling my way. I had made a post about how Asians are making billions of dollars off of the insecurity that black women have for their hair. And obviously that sister didn't like it. Because, man, she came on the post and she flipped it into an attack about black men. So when I came back and responded to her, I was trying to be tactful. And I just told her, I said, it's real brilliant how you take this and you flip it and you make it about black men. I said, that's real brilliant. And I was being kind of sarcastic. But I was making sure that I wasn't being insulting. Anytime I'm being sarcastic, you can see the sarcasm in my words. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes if you really ain't up on your stuff, you'll read my shit and then you be thinking, did this dude did he just come for me? Like, yeah, I just came for you, but I did it intellectually. But anyway, so when I made that, man, that sister, man, she started making a bunch of comments, man. She attacked my manhood. She called me all kind of dummies. She talked about how much more educated she was than I am because she done earned these degrees. She said I ain't had no nuts. And I was just, I listened to her comment and I put back something like, what I always say. I was like, when people have no truth and no facts to present, they're reduced to personal attacks and childish name calling. Well, she ain't like that. She went in a little bit more. And when I saw the nature of her comments, I was like, once again, I got to look past your fault. Your fault. I see your need. Your fault is that you feel the need. Your fault is that you felt offended by the post. And you really got offended when I pointed out your response and how you flipped it. So the only thing that you was left to do was just attack me and come at me. You know what I'm saying? And I guess she was doing it because she did it in a manner that she thought that I was going to come back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So I post on there, when you take a heavy object and you hurl it into a pack of dogs, the one that yelps is the one that get hit. Oh, what I say that for, man? She really went on me then. But I was giggling, I was laughing. But then when she figured, then I started asking, I'm like, well, I can look past your fault, see your need. I said, I can be your scapegoat today. I feel you feel the need to be superior. So if you're not through insulting me, go ahead, shoot your best shot. I can take it. See, that's how I minimize and let you know, man, that what you doing I don't give a fuck about that because I know who I am. Ain't nothing you can say about my manhood, about who I am, that's gonna take one statue of Cupid away from who I am. I'm secure in who I am. And there's nothing you can say that can fuck with that. So, she finally, after I continued, when she shoot back and I didn't come back with nothing foul, and I wanted to, she finally stopped. And then I asked, are you through? I said, and then I just told her, if ain't nobody told you they love you today, let me be the first. Something I learned early in recovery. And that really threw her off with Rocco. She didn't know what to do with that one. Here's the nigga I just cussed out and called all kind of names. Now he telling me he loved me. See, that's me looking past your fault. I see your need. I can address your need and not your fault. And I always say the spiritually mature among us, and I consider myself one of those types because I've spent a lot of years developing this maturity. I ain't used to be that dude. I used to be, and that's what I'm saying, it's still an internal conflict because after all that was over, later on, man, I felt I had to deal with the internal conflict. That internal conflict that you probably experienced, where somebody come at you and you rise up and you stay here, and when it's all over, you wish you would have had got them and broke them off a little bit or something. Because I'm that dude, bitch, fuck you. Who the fuck you think you talking to? See, but once I analyzed it and I sat back and I had to deal with my feelings about it, I came to the understanding like, yo, bro, that's not an internal conflict. What you experiencing that's still a growing pain. You ain't all the way there yet, because if you was all the way there, once you did it, you wouldn't have that conflict. You wouldn't feel the need to wish you had went back and gave her a piece of your mind. But I just had to be grateful that I didn't. See, that's the growth. Because I wanted to, but I didn't. Especially after 2 or 3 times, you come at me 2 or 3 times, man, woman, or child, I chop your ass in the throat. I barred none. I've always prided myself on being an equal opportunity bruiser. I don't give a fuck. You come for me, you gonna have something to deal with. I don't care who he is. But I've grown. I'm not that dude anymore. I mean, he still lingers. He's still around. You know what I'm saying? The law of polarity say you can't have a positive without a negative. So I know my lower self is still there. But I understand, man, that, that's not a good place for me to dwell because don't no good come from that. That's all negative energy. When I dwell down there, it's all negative energy. And I don't want to put that energy out in the universe because I don't want it coming back my way. So when other people come at me with their negativity, I have to be able to transmute it and flip it and give it back to them with some positivity, man. So, I had to tell myself that's a growing pain, bro. What you feeling, that's growing pain. That's the pain of you continuing to grow as a person and not doing something that you want to do that you used to do real well. Cuss a motherfucker, I call them names, try to make them feel bad. Get down in the mud and play with them. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't that dude no more, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do that no more. Not as frequently as I used to. I ain't by no means just completely absolved of the capacity to do it. It's just that I have to look a few years down the line where I can see that I've actually went on the attack at somebody. So, you know, I said all that to say this, brothers and sisters. When we on this social media, because I've talked about two things right here, so I'm going to go ahead and make these points about them and I'm going to shut up, right? When we on social media, right, you may not consider it real, right? But I do. Real people talk about real things. People sharing real parts of their life. People putting real energy out in the cyberspace. Like that energy that the sister came to me with was a real foul negative energy that I had to basically try to respond to in a positive way and transmute it so it wouldn't take me to a place I know I didn't need to be, cussing another black sister out because she being disrespectful to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, so if you don't consider it real, I would advise you to rethink, reevaluate, and reconsider. Social media is real. The people are real. The energy is real. There's a lot of fuckery that goes on too. Even that's real. Real fuckery going on. So, you know, I don't understand when you say it ain't real. Somebody might need to school me on that one. And once again, I want to encourage all of us, man, to grow spiritually. Understand what higher and lower self is. And try to reside in your higher self. And grow spiritually enough, man, to look past our brothers and sisters' fault and see their need. And instead of addressing their fault and responding to their fault, address their need. That takes a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about who you are. Because we are mirrors of each other. And most of what we do is just psychologically project our own insecurities and faults on the others and then attack them for the very things that we dislike in ourselves. And on that tip, man, I'm gonna go on here and get out of here, man. Give y'all another little piece of this here without this.
Couldn't hold it back, like a regulator plus a big gate figure.
Mobbing with the ill nigga with his finger on the bigger trigger, serving on sap.
Hitting sevens on a
Simp.
making dough.
Eating shrimp, smoking with some real pimps.
So peak game, best believe I love my beats. That's why I
Peace.
make the type
I'm
of
out.
music you can pump in your cheeks. So what's my sound?